Okay. Been doing a lot of extensive testing with the new Fuji Speedlight, the EF-X500. I know it's sitting in the hot shoe, which is the one place where I tell everybody never to mount their speedlight. However, for purposes of testing, that's perfectly fine. A couple of things that I forgot to mention is that, like in continuous high, you can't do it in manual mode, but in TTL. And multi-mode, of course, is for stroboscopic effect. And you can't really do it for more than like 3 or 4 shots in FP, which is a high-speed sync. And the reason for that is each shot at high shutter speed is multiple bursts. And so the notion of actually doing consecutive shots in multiple bursts, which is obvious, it will max out the capacitor for being able to drop that level of charge end after end. But in regular front curtain sync, which is normal flash photography, in manual mode, let me drop it over there, in manual, you certainly can do burst flash photography in continuous high at a really good rate. So you can knock the flashes out. That's something that I forgot to mention. Before that, you had to use like a pocket wizard and a PC sync connector to a regular dumb flash like a Nikon. That's also possible in a manual mode on the Nissan i60A. Let me know if you have any questions on this unit. One thing also of note is that the sort of interlock connector that's actually found on this unit, it drops a pin when you actually slide the connector over, and I'm certainly familiar with that, but since that pin is spring-loaded, you could think that you actually have the speedlight fully locked over, but you don't. On the very front, when you actually swing the gate closed to lock it, there is a silver pin that sits in the front latch of the hot shoe, which is a non-communication hole. It's just a regular locking hole. And you actually can lock this speedlight in without this being there, since it is spring-loaded. You won't meet resistance. Also, when you spring this out, you actually can't see it in this video, but the entire pin set actually gets raised on top of a felt pad. So I have noticed in my haste in locking this unit that I had it forward and then I slid the locking lever over. The speedlight would read in TTL, but the camera was reading manual mode. I had no options for changing anything, so please be certain on your unit that you have it all the way forward. Okay. Also, too, an important thing, even long before this speedlight came out, or long before I had any TTL options, you really should assign all your flash functionality. You can, drop your, change all your flash functionality up here on your camera, or you can go into menus. Way lame, way damn slow. I don't care what button it is that you set it to, but if you have the Fuji Speedlight with all its many functionalities, when you get done shooting, if you want to change something, you want to go into stroboscopic effect, or manual, or continuous high, burst mode, or you want to change to FP, which is high-speed sync flash photography. So when you get done shooting, just hit a button, and that way you can change absolutely everything back here, from TTL to manual to multi, your zoom mode, your cycle times, your flash angle, front curtain sync, rear curtain sync, or FP, which is high-speed sync. So whatever button it is, that's something that you should absolutely do, flat out, bar none. Yeah, I know my speedlight's sitting on my hot shoe, but that's only for testing purposes, okay? Not for purposes of beautiful lighting, because it's, except for some circumstances which I'm about to show you here with a really neat light mod, that is undesirable. So let me turn that off. Turn off my XT2. If you have any questions on the EF-X500, let me know. I've already done a couple mods. The same thing I do to every mod. I actually have Velcro around the head for attaching my lot. Every professional photographer that has 2 brain cells on how to use a speedlight, they've all got Velcro, industrial Velcro, along their flash heads. So I don't care what you think it looks like. This is designed to be a utilitarian device. My other mod is the red window. Since you actually can turn the autofocus assist lamp off for this and just use the regular autofocus tiny little lamp on the front, which really isn't powerful enough when it's really, really dark. You want to stick out some serious light with a sufficient beam. And that's why I have this LED lamp set for autofocus assist in the menus. But the way it is way too bright. It's a bright white LED, and you'll just piss the people way the hell off using this for autofocus assist. So that's why I stuck a red gel over the front of it. Very smart of me to do that. And there it is going to remain. Works perfectly too, by the way. People have asked, does that actually work? Yeah, it works perfectly. I mean, I don't just like make a video and move on. I mean, if I find an issue, I mean, I keep testing when I'm off of, out in front of the camera here. It's like, well, I've reviewed that. I'm going to move on to something else. No. This is going to be a working speedlight for me, and so I've been testing the bejesus crap out of it. And I can assure you, if I find a fault with it, you will be the first to know. I won't pull any punches like, oh my god, this is effed up, don't buy it, something's wrong with it. No issues like that yet. Just keep attention as far as bringing this all the way forward before locking it in with the rear lever on your hot shoe of your XT2, because it will lock in and you think it's locked in and it's physically locked in, but it's not actually locked in, okay? So, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye. Bum, 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 bum.